Hi everyone. This is kind of a part 2 of a video, box opening video for this figure, Sakura Kinomoto Hello Brand New World by Good Smile Company. It is a painted 1/7 scale figure. The box is absolutely huge, and the first part of the video was me opening the actual shipping box, which was really destroyed. It really got damaged, water damage, and it was really just pretty much opened. On the bottom there was like some sad little pieces of postal service tape on the bottom to keep it all together, but I took that box apart and then my phone ran out of storage space for videos, so I had to just stop there. So I'm kind of just starting with the box opening. I haven't actually opened up the figure yet, but I'm just going to kind of go over the box really quick and then we'll open up the figure. So this is the front of the box, and I kind of read off everything that it says there, except for the top where it says, from the anime series Cardcaptor Sakura, clear card from here on to Together with You. If you've seen anything else lately with Cardcaptor Sakura, of course they're celebrating the 20th anniversary, I believe, of this series. Maybe even the 30th anniversary, I'm not sure, but they have a partnership with Good Smile Company to release some figures, including an Android series and their Figma series, I think, of posable figures. And their most recent Nendroid release says it's Sakura, and she's like, it's a celebration, like an anniversary celebration. It says Pinky Promise Together with You or something like that, and it's I assume it's a promise between Clamp, the creators of Cardcaptor Sakura, and Good Smile Company to continue making figures of this cute little character. So they're definitely celebrating their anniversary. So I'm just going to quick go over the box here really quick. So let me turn to the side views. The tape is up here at the top, so it looks like the top of the box is where it's going to like pull open, but the box all around has images of various images of the figure itself, and then it just has kind of like starlight diamondy looking things. This is the back of the box, so they kind of have this figure set against a clouded sky setting, and there's little feathers. And there's all the information along the bottom, and it has their little silver sticker. This is like a close-up of the figure. On the bottom, it just has the name of the figure on this kind of gold tone thing, and I was thinking from the looks of it that it would actually swing open this way. But it's the other way around. And my box, because of the way the package was delivered on this side, my box is slightly damaged, and there's just the slightest little bit of water damage, which that video isn't really picking up. This is the top of the box with the tape. There's like tape here, 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 and here for anybody who is considering getting this figure. I ordered this. I missed the pre-order through Good Smile Company, which was frustrating because I actually saw this figure at my local anime convention, probably back in 2019. They had it there as a display, and I was super excited to see it, but they had no way to sign up for a pre-order there, and I wasn't really familiar with Good Smile Company at the time. So I am now. I am like an Android addict. Anyway, so I ended up ordering this through a different company. I'm just opening this up. There's like Sakura's little kind of logo, her little feather wings, and the star of her staff. Anyway, this took about a year to get to me. And then from the pre-order, I was, like I said, I had just missed Good Smile Company's pre-order, but I was still able to order through another toy company. Okay, let's see. What does this do here? Try it. I'm going to turn it a little bit to the side so I get a better angle at this. It looks like there's like a white box in there. And I'm pulling. I'm not getting this to come out. Oh, okay. See, they don't make this make sense. Okay, So this was the top of the box right here, but it does actually fold away like this. So you get this huge flap here. Oh, and my goodness, the opening is so beautiful. Sorry, I kind of missed, I didn't get to show you guys the reveal here. Let me do this the opposite way. So this is the front of the box. This is officially the top of the box. And there is the opening. And of course, the front of this thing is like a big, huge plastic thing. So it's kind of reflective for you guys, but it is kind of almost like a display case because there is printing on this plastic display. And for anybody who's a big collector, it is kind of part of the display of this image. And unfortunately mine has a crack here, of course, probably due to the damaged outer shipping container that I have, or that I had. I might post that other video. It's really just looking at the outer shipping box, but this is a little disappointing to see that this interior box is damaged here. The figure itself looks fine as far as I can tell. We'll take that out here in just a second. It's ginormous. This is probably the biggest figure that I will own, like height and width wise. I have another Sakura figure, probably along the same anniversary line. I don't know if it's through Good Smug Company, but it's the one of her riding her staff with the like feathered wings coming off, and those wingspans are just huge. I actually bought that at my anime convention a few years back. Anyway, so this is really pretty. I mean, like, you could leave it like this and it would be a great display. But mine is damaged, and there's actually some wrapping around the figure inside of this plastic box. So we're going to take it out and get a little bit more close up with this figure. So it looks like you kind of just pull this away. Oh, it just folds down. Yeah, just folds down. Ooh, gosh, you can just smell that like plastic fresh toy smell. I am not that much of a collector, but it is a really strong scent. Maybe some people like that. I don't know. Not me. Okay, so even though it looks like this folded down, it is a separate piece that comes off. So as you can see, there's the printing there. I don't know if you would save that to display your figure somehow, but mine is definitely cracked in a couple of pieces, so that's a little disappointing if it is supposed to be part of the display of the figure. But the actual figure itself so far appears to be fine. So just sliding it out. The interior of the box has that like clouded, or that cloudy sky image, and then there is actually some instructions on how to put this thing together. So it says Sakura Kinomoto, hello, brand new world, handling instructions, and there's set contents, and it shows the main figure, her staff, 8 little extra like crystals here, and it says that 4 of them are extra, I assume because they're small enough that you could lose them, so they'd be replacements. There's one petal piece which is already like set into the figure, and that's probably like where she connects so that you can display her, and then like a little peg for like a stand. It says how to assemble, attach in the order of the number. So there is some English writing on here about cautions, saying that there is some sharp pieces to this figure, including her crown, as well as a crystal at the back of her dress. They're still plastic, so it's not like they're actual crystals that they're going to actually poke you, but I guess just for safety's caution, because you have to handle it. And it's really just one page, it looks like. Oh yeah, so it's just one page. It's the same on either side. It's just one version is English and another version is Japanese. So that's actually pretty nice that they gave an English version along with the Japanese version of the instructions. So I'm just gonna pull this apart. Okay, it's taped. This huge like clamshell thing. That's what it makes me think of. Which when I say that, I think of like the old videos, like the Disney video clamshells, but that's kind of what this makes me think of too. It's taped like 3 times here, none on the top, 3 times across here it looks like, and then actually you can almost just reach this little crystal packet here. Sorry, I'm not getting this at the best angle. Alright, so that should at least be untaped now, but I have to like carefully pull this apart because it has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like snap points. If you're familiar with like how big huge clamshells work, it's like they're snapped together with like a little, I don't know, it's like a, God, it's difficult though because it's such a big figure. You don't want to like break anything. But oh goodness gracious. Okay. So I think this is, they don't even say the first step is to carefully open up this ridiculous package, but it's not ridiculous because it's appropriately sized for the figure. It's just nerve-wracking to open it up when you're dealing with such an expensive figure. Okay, I have one more button to like pop open. I'm just gonna do it. Oh, good Lord. I hope everything is okay. Nothing broke there. That was scary. Okay, so that's the first step, really. Forget the steps about putting this figure together. Okay, so these huge clamshell things, there's like 7 buttons, and that was really difficult to open and a little nerve-wracking because I just felt like as soon as I opened it, this figure was going to fall over. Anyway, those little pieces of styrofoam that were like, looked like they wrapped around her, were just taped to the clamshell itself. So I can put the big piece, back piece away, but the crystals are still connected there. So just gonna peel those out. They were just like kind of taped in, and they're, again, it's the packaging. The instruction says there's extras. So let's see what we got here. So here's this fantastic figure. The base is actually in the shape of a crescent moon, if you haven't had a chance to look up close at this figure. And really, so when I opened it, it's already like assembled. There's just her wand that's loose, and then you have to plug in a few of these crystals, which they're shaped, they're little shapes, and it looks like they have tiny little like wire stems to plug into various locations on her figure here. So if just to give you a little close-up of these, I don't know if it's probably not gonna focus very well, but they're really tiny, and it says that there's 8 in there according to the instructions. So I'm just going to move this whole box away so we can have just this figure here. I can get that out of the way. Yeah, those buttons to open this up it was nerve-wracking, to say the least. Here, I'm just going to put this here for a second and just slide this whole thing back in here. So we got our 2 pieces, or the staff, and then that little bag of crystals. And then, alright, so to me, this figure is so fantastic on the back as well as the front. It's one of those figures that you would almost want to get like a display case that rotates the figure around so that you can see it her from all angles. Yeah, this is going to take a little bit of effort to put this back in so that it like slides around the edges on the outside. So I'm just going to set it aside for a second and then set this and move the lid up so we can get this out of the way just a little bit. Okay, so here's the figure. This is already assembled right out of the box. I didn't do any of this, right? It just popped open and this is how she kind of came out. But the instructions say to put her together like number 1 is supposed to be this connection. What am I reading here? The instructions don't make a lot of sense here. It's like assembling the figure yourself, but it's already assembled out of the packaging. So it's like you can skip the whole first step. It's like telling you to connect where her foot is, to connect these various pieces of her dress to the crystal so that she's supported there, and also to connect the clear card, which happens to be the flight card if you haven't been able to see that detail yet, to the base here. So I don't know, it's already assembled. You can skip all of number 1. And number 2 says to connect the wand, I guess, somewhere in here, I think. No, it's something on the back of her. Oh, that's her hand. It looks like like behind her, but it's her hand. So it does say to connect the wand. So step number 2 is to connect the wand after you've done all the other connecting. And the wand is just connected. If you can see, there's like this little tiny tab right here. Probably can't see that very well. But it's right there. And it's just a little nub that goes right into her hand. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you know, now this, if this is the only part of this thing that you have to like assemble, that's all well and good, except for that it is also a tad bit nerve-wracking because it looks super fragile. Oh my gosh, okay. Let me bring this a little bit closer. Sorry, there's like a window in the background, so it's kind of a little bit of a glare, but I just need to do this from the right angle so I don't break it. Because it's just this tiny little nub. It's a big, like, piece of plastic to be able to press into her hand so that it stays, but it's kind of difficult to get in there. Which I guess is a good thing for when it actually gets in and it'll stay flush and tight. Okay, I don't know. If the video is picking up this like squeaking sound, I'm definitely like squeezing this in here. Okay, so the nub goes in and then it like rests between like her 2 open fingers. Let me bring it closer so you can see where that's at here. Oh, I'm looking at the box. Sorry. There we go. You can see that. That was difficult, and that's the only assembly that had to be done. Except for putting these little crystals on. So now there's the figure with the wand in place, and that was supposed to be step number 2. Step number 3 says to go ahead and add these little crystals in at various locations around her outfit. Oh, you know where they go? On the little tiny points of this, of the dress, and it's like the longer points here. So I see that's 4, and you have a spare 4. So there's already like one attached to this little crystal at the center of her outfit. And then there's a bigger one attached at the back of her outfit. So you get 4 extras, which to me means that they're concerned that they could fall loose and come out. Which, why do that to us? Why make this difficult? Okay, let's see. So I took 4 out. And let's see if I can insert them into this little outfit here. They're all the same, so it doesn't really matter which one you put into which. It's like a little pin, almost like a thumbtack or something. That's the like consistency of it here. And again, a little nerve-wracking because it's so small and you don't want to break anything. Oh, I wish it was like a screw-in or something. Oh, there you go. So it's definitely a little push, but then it sits flush right in there. So I got one in so far. Let me see. I'm going to have to turn her a little bit to get the other ones in here. Oh, there is a piece of like, there was a piece of like styrofoam between her knees because the knees don't quite come together. So just be wary of that if you miss that when you unwrap her, which obviously I did until just now. Let me see if I can get these other ones in here. Okay, that second one was easier. That first one was more difficult. This figure, I think, would look fantastic on a rotating base that lights up from the bottom. Because there's all this like crystal-y base looking thing. It really should have its own like uplight look. Oh man. Yeah, these crystals are not easy to do. But it is like just doing a little push pin. You know what is interesting about this figure? So the card that she's standing on says it has the English word flight on there. I'm wondering if that's like how it is. It must be. They wouldn't have changed it and made it different languages for different areas of the world. Plus, I guess, oh man, see? Now I pushed that one in and it fell back out. And it's like kind of loose on there. So this is almost like two beads on this little metal pin. And if you push it weirdly enough, like the beads will move and then the metal pin becomes shorter. Let me try this again. Because it's being like pushed into the bead instead of into the figure. Oh, this is difficult. So, yeah, so it's like a bead with like another bead. Man, that's hard. Okay, I don't know. This is going to take me forever on this portion of the video, but I'll just do these last two later. So is there any other further steps? So number 3 was putting these crystals in. And number 4 was connecting the whole thing to a peg on the base. No, there's supposed to be something else here, it looks like, to help support this card, like a pedal. But I didn't see that piece in the box. At least I didn't think I did. Does the image show that anywhere? I don't know. Let me look again. It doesn't look like it. And I didn't see anything else in the box. Let me move this really quick, and I don't want to lose my little beads here. But there's like a pedal. It looks like step number 4 is supposed to be a little pedal down here with like a peg that the flight card corner just rests on to help support it. And I didn't see that in this packaging. So let me move this forward so you guys can get a closer shot of that. And I'll just look in the box really quick. Yeah, I don't see that anywhere in here. And I don't see that in the images of on the box. There's nothing there. So I don't know. That's strange. And it has cautions for her crown, which are really sharp. And then the back of her dress, there is Like this is really sharp. And look, they already like put in one of the, or no, that was me. Nope, that was them. They put that one in for me. I don't understand what they're talking about with this extra piece to support the front. I don't see that. But that's clearly what the instructions say here. I don't know. And these beads are really difficult to put in. There's nothing in here. And it's just one page. So I'm not sure. But just to show you the instructions, if anybody else has gotten this, or if anybody else has seen this put together, the instructions have an image of like the corner of the flight card, and it says here is, yeah, these are pieces, D and E. I don't see that was in this box anywhere, but it's just like a little pedal and a tiny little stand just to help support the front. I don't get it. I don't know. That's a little confusing. But anyway, this is the figure. It's huge. Overall, it's, you know, it says 1/7 size, but overall, I'd say this is probably easily about 14 inches tall or so. No, maybe less. Not 2 feet. Maybe, or not 2 feet, like a foot and some. Maybe about 14 inches. I don't have my tape measure handy, but it is really beautiful. It's very difficult to get those little beads in. I got 2. I'm gonna have to work on the other 2. But I don't know what this D and E piece are. I don't see it in the packaging anywhere. I didn't see it, and I don't see it on the images of the figure being displayed on the box. I don't know. Anybody else out there who has this video, or this image, or this figure, comment if you know what little piece they're talking about, because I'm not seeing it. I don't know where it would be. But overall, it's a pretty fantastic figure. You'll definitely need a good space to display it, because not only is it quite tall, but it's quite wide as well. You're probably going to need 8 or 9 inches to allow for the like little wingy tips of her bow. But it is really pretty. It's pretty fantastic. I know they've released a couple of really amazing Sakura figures lately, but this is the one I chose to go with because I just liked all the crystal look to it. And I love this big, huge bow and how it looks like wings. They do that with a lot of their outfits, Clamp does. They make their heroines look like they have wings, even though it's just part of their clothes or their hair or whatever. So, at any rate, this is my figure opening. I'm sorry it's gone so long. I appreciate you watching. Please comment with any questions, or just let me know what you think about that last little piece that I can't seem to find. Thanks for watching. Bye.